Guys, we are back, and I am joined by my co-host, TheFrostZone, for episode 3 of Crossover Convos. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Thank you for having me for asking. And it's like, so episode 3. It feels like it's going quick. We mentioned that in the DMs.
Yeah, yeah. It feels like it should be episode 2.
Yeah. Honestly, it feels like we only started a couple of days ago.
I know. Then it'll be episode 4.
Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
quick, man.
But episode 3, the theme today, we're going to discuss Misfits 05. But I just want to quickly say congratulations to the Frost Zone for hitting 100 subscribers.
Thank you, man. It means a lot.
Yeah, it's a great feeling hitting 100.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. This is the first milestone got. Next up, 1K.
Many more to come.
Yep, this is just the beginning, man.
Yeah, this year is going to be crazy. So Misfits 05, it's going to be in Telford. How do you think the reception is going to be? Because a lot of people are saying this is the worst Misfits card. What is your opinions on that?
I agree it's probably on paper the worst Misfits card, but I still don't think the card's bad by any means. I think Telford is a weird place to host it, but I do think there's not necessarily many big names on there, but I think there's the obvious fights on there, and you got to take that into account.
Yeah, I agree. It's similar to Misfits 02, but that's the thing with Misfits. It doesn't really matter who's fighting because it is entertaining.
That's the thing, yeah. Entertainment, you never know what you're going to get with Misfits.
Yeah, exactly. And I just want to talk about, before we actually dive into the main card and all that, let's talk about the tag team match.
All right, yeah.
Because there is a new opponent. One of them is Ice Poseidon, and the other one, do you know who the other one is?
What's his name? It's something Yard, isn't it?
Yeah, is it Vargas? Something Vargas.
Yeah. It's Anthony Vargas, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe I should have done my research. But and it's going to be B Dave and Luis Pineda. What is your thoughts on the tag team match now?
Well, I mean, first of all, any team that has Pineda on is automatically goated, so I do think Pineda and B Dave get the win.
Yeah. Shout out to Luis Pineda, the GOAT.
Yeah, the GOAT boxing, greatest boxer that's ever graced the earth. So, yeah, Pineda will single-handedly win the tag team match. But, I think I'm willing to give the concept a chance. A lot of people are quick to jump on it, but as long as they don't overdo it, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I agree. Have you seen the rules for the tag team match?
No, I haven't, actually.
Right, so I'll go through the rules. So the first rule is going to be to raise an arm to tag out. So to tag out, I think you just raise your arm.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, teammates waits in the corner to tag in. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can't tag mid-action, only in a pause. So I take it if you're getting hit. Oh, so I take it if I think you froze.
Yeah, you froze on my screen as well, man.
yeah. I think me hitting the mic has caused the whole problem.
God.
But yeah, so you can't tag mid-action, only in a pause. But that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
and this one is exciting. There is unlimited tags, so you can tag in as many times as you want.
Interesting. Okay. That makes it more strategic, I guess.
Teams are going to be scored as one boxer.
Right.
So I take it if it goes on points, there is going to just be like two boxers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If one teammate is KO'd, the fight is over.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does, but would it not be more entertaining if they did it in a sense? Imagine one of them gets KO'd, there's two opponents left, but you manage to come out and knock them both out.
That would be meant to be entertaining, but...
Yeah, imagine if B Dave got knocked out and then Luis Pineda just knocks out Ice Poseidon and this Vargas guy.
Yeah, oh god, that would be entertaining, to be fair.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see how it's going to, the walkout. I wonder if they're just going to walk out together.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, that's going to be so cool if the Luis Pineda comes out, glasses on, long leather trench coat.
Yeah.
But as well, let's dive in to the first card as well on the event. So it's going to be Temple Arts and Godson. Do you know them?
I know Tempo Arts. I'm not too familiar with Godson, but I have seen a little bit of footage of him.
Okay, what does Tempo Arts do? Is he a YouTuber?
Yeah, I believe he does. He does YouTube, I think, but he also does like artwork. I believe I've seen that on his
Oh
Twitter
yeah.
sometimes.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, I should have thought of that because Tempo
yeah.
Arts. But talk me through how do you think that fight's gonna go?
The Godson, the little bit I've seen of him, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
Looks like he's a decent jab. That's all that the open workout, him hitting pads. He looks like he's got a snappy jab. But Tempo Arts has had a fight before on Kingpin, and I think Tempo Arts will be a bit too much for him. And I think Tempo Arts maybe a Yates stoppage, maybe a round 3
Okay.
stoppage.
Oh, late stoppage. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really going to give a prediction because I don't really know too much, but I'm just going to go with your opinion.
Okay.
It seems the safe way to go.
Okay.
Right. So you have interviewed this man, Ginty Alauham. Talk me through how do you think that fight's going to go?
Well, I told Ginty to his face I think he uses this one, and I'm sticking by that.
Yeah.
I believe Ham gets a decision victory. I think Ginty, to be fair to him, looks like he's made some improvements. I knew he was working hard. But I think Ham, he's lost a lot of weight. He seems dedicated, and he's training with Soul Poppy's team. He's got a good camp around him, and I just think Ham gets a win by decision.
Yeah, Ham, he's lost an incredible amount of weight.
Yeah, it's inspiring. So,
yeah, especially when you take in the fact when he first fought Salt Pappy, in case some of you guys didn't know, he actually had cancer.
Yeah, no, he's an inspiring story, man. He's a great guy as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with personally. I think maybe Ginty is gonna get the win.
Oh, I want to see Ginty win. I hope he proves me wrong, but yeah, I've got.
But I do get where you're coming from because obviously Lauham has the more experience training with Salt Pappy's team. I think Ginty can win, but if he brings his best game, he's going to have to be on point.
Yeah. Well, Ginty made this point in the interview. He's got a big height and range advantage, so it'll be an interesting chance out. Do you think he'll be a knockout or decision?
I think it'll be a decision. I can't really see Ginty knocking out Halal but if Halal wins, I think it might be a knockout.
That's fair enough.
But I don't know. I don't know if Ginty would have, because think about Salt Pappy didn't really he didn't knock out Halal but then maybe it was because he knew he had cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, that would not have been a good look.
No, it wouldn't. But to be fair, Ginty proved he can take some shots as well. I mean, JMX was down some big ones.
And I mean, Ginty did knock down JMX, but that could have been a balance. But I do think that was a knockdown, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it was it was like the Jake Paul one against Sorry Fury. He caught him off balance, and there you go.
And I feel like with Ginty, if he was to obviously lost to JMX, but I mean, the pressure of not fighting to go in the fight JMX, I mean, if he was going to crumble under the pressure, I'm pretty sure that would have been the moment.
Yeah, I mean, his first big event on 2 weeks' notice against JMX. I mean, JMX is a scary guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't like beating. Nah, I'm joking. JMX, I'm calling you out.
Oh, here we go. Let's get this fight.
Call out everyone. So we'll move on to the next fight on the event: Astrid Wet versus AJ Bunker. How do you think that fight is going to go?
Astrid Wet, I think she was a bit overrated in her first fight.
Yeah,
I think she was quite stiff. AJ Bunker, again, looks decent in her fight. I'm going to go Astrid Wet, though. I think she gets a decision. I think she controls the fight with her jab, and maybe she'll have improvements from her first one.
Yeah, I agree with you because I made a prediction video and I said pretty much the same thing. I think Astrid Wet is going to win. I was going to say he's going to lose, but no, because AJ obviously fought Elbrook, and I just think Astrid Wet is just going to beat AJ.
Yeah.
Unless AJ has really improved, I don't see how she's going to beat Astrid.
No, I think it'll be a close one, to be fair. I think it can be a good scrap, but I just think Astrid's technique is better, I think, now. be the main factor in it.
Yeah, and the girl fights, they're always exciting because even if they're bad, it's still good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's hard not to be entertaining.
Yeah. They're entertaining fights. I mean, Elbrook Faith was good. Elbrook AJ was good. So,
Yeah. Yeah, the girl fights so far, to be fair, have been good.
Yeah. I mean, Astrid Wett's first opponent wasn't very good, but I mean, it was entertaining. She was swinging.
I know. Moving on to the next fight, we've got Waleed Sharks. And obviously now it's not going to be any productions because he pulled out because his visa got declined, I think.
Yeah.
So now he's against this Ace Musa. How do you think that fight's going to go?
I don't know much about Ace Musa. I did see some footage. He has boxed before, Ace Musa.
Yeah, I was the way I mentioned. He has had one fight, I think.
Yeah, and he knocked the guy down, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, he looks decent in that York kip I saw, but I just think Waleed Sharks, he's a 2-time Golden Glove champion over in Dubai. He's an experienced guy, I think. Waleed's second round KO.
Yeah, Waleed is one of the most impressive influencer boxers, especially technique-wise. Just the way he can control his emotions. It's kind of hard in influencer boxing because there seems to be a massive level gap between the smaller influencer boxers and the elite of the influencer boxers.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, Wyatt's only like 19 as well. He's still incredibly young. I mean,
he's got years to improve.
Oh yeah, 100%. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes pro. I know he had a pro fight booked not long after this fight, but that's been stopped after.
Yeah, he's got potential. I'm gonna go with Waleed winning that fight as well.
Yeah,
I can't see Ace Musa winning this, but I mean, if Waleed Sharks overlooks him, then maybe Ace Musa might catch him. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. He's got to be focused on it, but I think as young as Wade comes out at his best, I think he gets it.
Yeah, I agree, man. And then moving on to the co-main event. The co-main event, we are here already. We've got King Kenny versus Ashley Raksu. How do you think that fight's gonna go?
I really like both of these guys. They're both really cool guys. Ashley's got a lot of heart, but I just think King Kenny's I think Kenny's a bit too good for him at this point. I think Kenny was I don't want to sound mean, but I wouldn't surprise me if it's a first round stoppage,
You're that confident King Kenny's going to get him out there?
Yeah, I think, to be fair, Raksu did well to overcome the odds in the Anthony Taylor fight when he got knocked down. Raksu, managed to survive.
Yeah.
I just think there's a big difference between King Kenny and Anthony Taylor. So,
yeah.
King Kenny, first round stoppage. I'm sorry, Ashley.
Well, when I interviewed Ashley Raksu, interestingly, he did say he actually does want to fight people like Salt Papi, KSI, Jake Paul. Obviously, those are dangerous fights, and he said boxing is a sport not to be played with, but he likes the challenge of fighting these people. But King Kenny, I do think if Ashley Raksu hasn't improved that much since the Anthony Taylor fight, King Kenny might be able to get the fight done, because I mean, if he hasn't improved much, I don't see how he's going to get past King Kenny's jab.
Yeah, King Kenny's jab's another level. I see it being similar to Kenny DK Money, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting because if King Kenny can get that knockout, that is going to be very interesting. But same with if Ashley Raksu goes the distance with King Kenny, what does that say about King Kenny?
It depends on the performance. It could just mean Ashley Raksu's a tough guy, or it could mean Kenny's got a yacht to improve on. So
yeah. Well, Ashley does have heart, to be fair. He proved that in the Anthony Taylor fight.
Yeah, Ashley's got a lot of heart, and I love his dedication to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Moving on, we've got the main event. Now, a lot of people are not happy with this main event because they think Jay Swingler has took the easiest fight he could. What is your opinions?
I think people are overlooking Nick.
Okay.
Nick Aramayo, happy puncher aside. So they've obviously seen something in him that they like. And I've seen footage of Nick where he sparred FaZe Jarvis.
Yeah.
And for someone who's not been boxing for very long, Nick looks good.
Yeah,
I
I've
think,
seen that sparring. Yeah.
yeah. So I do think Jay Swinger gets a win, maybe a third round KO. But I do think it's a lot harder fight than Chudley's was.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Charlie. Do you remember his prediction was just to get points? It was, or was it a split decision or something like that?
Decision. That was it. He predicted a win by a split decision. So that's the
But I think with Churtleys, I think Churtleys genuinely didn't believe he was ever gonna win that fight.
No, I'm not sure he did. I mean, he looked like he had something, to be fair, but he wasn't anywhere near good enough to deal with Jay Swinger.
I agree, but if we look back to the thing with Jay Swingler now, I'm not slagging off Jay Swingler because I love Jay Swingler. So if you ever want to come on, Jay, come on. Crossover combos.
Yeah, come on,
the thing with Jay Swingler is if we look back to that Charlie fight, I feel like in the first round, Jay didn't look as good as what you would expect. Obviously, he got Churley's out of there, but he was flinching a lot in moments he didn't need to flinch. And I feel like if he was in there with someone like KSI, Deji, they would have exposed that straight away.
Yeah, but I also think it was got to remember that was Jay's first time back since the Gibb fight, which was back in 2018, was it?
Yeah,
so it was a war thing lost out.
Well, that is true. That is true. Maybe I'm being too harsh here, Jeff. Sorry. Yeah. We've got higher expectations on crossover convos than Misfits themselves. But interestingly, with Nick LMAO, I suppose, because Misfits did say when everyone fights on Misfits, they don't just pick random influencers. They have scouts who go into boxing gyms or find influencers who at least have some bit of talent. May that be speed, power. So it makes you think, what does Nick LMAO have? What made Misfits think, yeah, let's put him in there with Jay Swingler?
Yeah, I mean, I think, from the sparring footage, I think we could see, though, he seems quite quick, got some decent, when it comes to basic boxing, he looks decent. I think he gets a bit lazy with the upcuts sometimes. That is something I didn't know. And he's working hard. No one can deny his hard work. I mean, he's looking way better than he should for so little training.
Yeah, I agree, because some people can have 6 months of training, a year of training, they look terrible.
Yeah. I think we skipped a fight, didn't we? Because it's Dean the Great Pavyaviv.
Oh, we've skipped a fight.
Yeah, we skipped a fight. We missed one.
Dean the Great, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay. Dean. Right, so Dean the Great versus Puli Arif. How do you pronounce it?
I think it's Pavyaviv. I think that's how it is. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, like sometimes I hate saying certain names because I'm like, does that sound right when I say it?
Yeah. No, I get that as well, man.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm doing it, I'll see a name, I'm like, avoid saying that.
Yeah.
Like, just save yourself from the embarrassment.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, how do you see that fight going?
Probably again, he's decent. 2 fights, won both of those. He's working hard, but again, I just think Dean is it's a great opportunity for Pully, but I think Dean's just too good for him at the moment.
Yeah, I think Dean does. He's maybe top 5 influencer boxers.
Yeah, he's around that top 6 area, I'd say. Yeah. I think Dean the Great second round stoppage again. I think there's going to be quite a few second round stoppages.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I reckon there'll be a lot of stoppages and a lot of early stoppages at that.
Yeah, that's the thing with Misfits as well. I'm not saying some of these are mismatches, but a lot of the fights it is like, well, someone's clearly going to win and we all know who it is, and the other person. But to be fair, some people would duck Dean the Great, they would duck Waleed Sharks, but I don't know why, because if you take that for your first fight in Misfits, it's not going to get really much harder than that.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, it's a great learning experience. You can improve from it. Yost isn't the end. You can improve Yostas. So,
yeah. I can't believe I skipped over that event. No, that fight.
I can't. I was just thinking. I just realized as we were talking about Jay Swingler, I was just thinking, wait, we've missed one.
Yeah, even I was thinking that this seems like we got to the main event a bit too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was even before the co-main event with Ashley and Kilkenny.
Yeah. Yeah, we really skipped that one. Oh man, sure now.
Yeah, Dean the Great, if he's watching, he's going to be thinking, what about me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dean.
Yeah, I feel bad, Dino. But after this event, if everyone we think's going to win, do you think we're going to see them on Misfits 6 or 7?
I think we could see someone 6, someone 7. I think it'll be a mix of both. It depends how quickly some of these fights get them done.
Yeah, Misfits also now said if you take a bit of damage in any of your fights, you've got to skip over one event before you fight again.
Yeah, and that's smart. It makes sense since they're having events so frequently and everything.
Yeah, otherwise, Ryan Taylor, he would have been probably dead by now.
Yeah. Obviously with this event, they're building up to Dean the Great versus White Sharks too. So that'll probably be on 07.
Oh, that is going. Do you think that's going to be a main event or a co-main?
I think it'll be main event because I think they've got 06 and they're announcing the main event on 05. So I think it'll be 07 that is the main event, which is Wade versus.
Do you think 06? When do you think that event is?
It's April, isn't it?
April. Oh, so 07 must be the one in May.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mate. Wait, yeah, that would be KSI.
Because you remember KSI said he's fighting in May, so I wonder if Misfits 06 will be before May and 7 will be in May, or
yeah. So maybe not. Maybe, but then maybe Wade's on Wade Dean 2's on Misfits 08. But then are they going to do it that late?
Or do you think? Imagine, right? So let's say Misfits 06 is the one KSI's fighting on. Let's just say that for. Do you think they might just obviously Waleed in Dean the Great is like a main event in itself, but do you think they're just going to try and get as many golden fights and just shove them on one giant card?
I mean, they could do. They've done that with they did that with 04, didn't they? Where they had KSI versus Face Temper. They had Salt Poppy Bruckner. So they had a lot of good fights on that.
And they were supposed to originally have Logan Paul, weren't they?
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if they do that. I just think I don't know. I kind of feel like they could they could definitely set up Dean and Wade as the main event. So, but I don't know if they're going to wait that late for it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing as well with crossover boxing compared to normal boxing. Normal boxing, there's a fight you want to see, two fighters, it drags on forever, and before that fight happens, either one of them lose or both of them lose, and it just destroys the hype.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I mean, crossover boxing is just so stacked at the moment, and there's so many good fighters, and you got to take in the entertainment of how well they promote fights as well with value. So really, really entertaining.
Yeah, Misfits Boxing definitely know how to run a boxing event.
Oh yeah, they're the top dogs without a doubt.
Oh yeah, like I don't think any influencer boxing event will ever top Misfits.
No, probably not. I mean, I'm interested to see how Kingpin do with their tournament, and they've got Jarvis and Gibb.
Oh, that's going to be so. But that's what I don't get. If it's a tournament, they've all got to fight each other, right?
Yeah.
But then there's going to be some mental gross mismatches.
I don't know. I mean, I think the tournament's base is going to be it's like 8 big names in it, and it could be 8 even fights. I mean, because who have we got so far? We've got Jarvis is in it for sure.
Yeah, Thompson Gibbs definitely in it.
Gibbs definitely in it. Austin McBroom's strongly rumored to be in it.
Yeah, what about Deji?
Deji could be on the April card, couldn't he? In Misfits, because that's why he said he was boxing.
Deji, who's Deji signed to, for? Because it's not Misfits. Oh, it's Global Titans, isn't it?
No, I don't think he is signed. I think
no, I'm sure. I think he actually did sign to a promotion. I think
that was the rumor, but then I swear he said that he wasn't signed. I'm not sure.
Maybe not then. His best option is to fight with Misfits.
Agreed. I think he should get on that April card. He did say he's fighting in April, so it could be
because I think with Misfits, not like they're going to massage him in teasy fights, but I feel like other promotions, they're not really going to care about Deji, but Misfits will look out for him.
Yeah, 100%. So that could be. I suppose the announcement, the main event announcement, could be Deji. Actually, Deji could be main event.
True. But with Kingpin as well, I think there were a rumor maybe Taylor Holder.
Taylor Holder, yeah, but then he was just in a car accident, wasn't he? He's not out of the box for ages.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I think that was at the start of the year. He was involved in some car accident. So.
Well, I don't know. And apparently there's some dodgy things going on with Taylor Holder as well.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Let's not talk about those. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's best to leave that one.
Yeah, yes, leave it.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in one video, and so the 10-minute notification. I mentioned that in a video once, and someone was like, "You're gonna get sued. How can you mention that?" And I was like, "Who is gonna sue me?" Like, I don't get sue me for what?
Yeah, mate, you just spoke about the allegations and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
In America, you do anything, people are like, I'm suing you.
Well, mate, you can get sued for anything over in America.
Yeah, America is a danger. Free speech is not a thing.
No, they just don't believe in anything over there, man. It's mental.
Yeah, I know.
What's your fight of the night? What do you think the fight of the night will be?
Fight of the night. Right, so it's either, in my opinion, going to be Dean the Great versus that Pooley guy.
Yeah.
Or it could be Wally Charks, because to be fair, that's the one fight, because Wally Charks, he's got, 4 days to now prepare for this new opponent.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but then again, that AJ Bunker and Astrid Wet, that could be fight of the night.
Yeah, that could be a good one. I mean, there's a lot of good fights, man. It could be close. It wouldn't even surprise me if Ginty Hiao Han is fight of the night. That could be a good one.
I think that is going to be one of those where from round one, it's just going to be going for it.
Yeah, I think they'll both be swinging because they both really want this redemption, Rick.
Yeah, well, they both deserve it, to be fair, to get the win.
Yeah, 100%. They both worked very hard, so. But if I had to give a fight of the night, I'd probably say, I know it's a bit boring going to the main event, but I do think Nick is going to surprise a lot of people. I think Jay wins, but I think Nick's going to be a lot better than people will give him credit for.
Well, I at least hope Nick can get him into the third round.
Yeah, I think he can. I rate Nick, man. I think, he's looking way better than he should. I mean, it's like 8 months boxing. He's looking
I agree with what you said earlier. It's like his fundamentals, but just his basic understanding is actually really good.
Yeah. And look, he's sparring people like Jarvis. They're the top people in the scene,
Yeah.
He's obviously going for it. Like, he's putting in a lot of work and going hard.
And Luis Pineda, to be fair, I know that's the tag team match, but that might either be the worst thing what Misfits has ever done, or it actually could be the best thing they've ever done.
Yeah, that could be a great fight, or it could be a terrible fight. You never know. It could be a disaster.
Because imagine one of them get knocked down, get back up, tag out, the other one comes in, knocks down the other opponent. It's just going to be crazy.
It's going to be absolute chaos. Whether it's good chaos or bad chaos, we're yet to know.
Yeah, that should be the title, Chaos.
Yeah.
And as well, did you watch the GOAT Luis Pineda's YouTube documentary on Misfits Boxing?
I watched the first part of it. I haven't got around to watching the full thing yet.
Yeah. Shocking, bro. Shocking. Luis Pineda, come on.
I'm sorry, I know I'm disrespecting the GOAT, but I'm sorry. I'll get around to watching it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be longer, to be fair, because Misfits was acting like it was going to be like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I was expecting half an hour, but no.
Yeah, and I was like, 8 minutes.
Yeah, no, that was a real short.
Only 8 minutes for the GOAT.
Mate, yeah, he deserves a 3-hour documentary, Pineda, man. He's the greatest.
7 days.
7 days, yeah.
A whole month dedicated to Luis Pineda in Britain.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, oh my god, that should actually be a thing. Wait, when did KSI retire? He retired in August, didn't he? Yeah, August is.
And I mean, to be fair, KSI tweeted out and he was like, "Thank God Alex Wasabi pulled out."
Yeah,
because if he didn't pull out, and then if that racist mentioning something else, I probably but then if the racist didn't come in and get pulled out, then Luis Pineda, still wouldn't have had him on this.
Yeah, I mean, we would have never known about the greatest boxer of all time. I mean,
yeah,
you know?
I mean, he would absolutely beat Tyson Fury, Muhammad Ali, Alexander Usyk,
Mate,
all the greats.
Yeah, same night he'd beat all of them.
Oh yeah, in one single night.
Yep.
I'd genuinely love to see Luis Pineda fight a boxer, but not like a complete professional boxer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, there's some good fights for Pineda in the scene against the other influences as well.
Yeah, I agree. Like Luis Pineda, I hope they build him up because Misfits will be here for the next 5 years. In 5 years, Luis Pineda might even be king.
He might be, you never know.
I'd vote. You can't vote for a king, but I would.
Yeah, I'll break the rules just to vote for Pineda.
It's just stickers everywhere. Vote Pineda.
Yeah, there you go. I'll change my YouTube banner to promote that promotion.
I would love to get him on, but I don't know how it would work with the translator and all that stuff.
Yeah, I hope he can speak a bit more English, and then you can get him on.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with Luis Pineda, because you notice with people like Khabib, at first they can't speak English, but then they start speaking English and they start saying funny things, but they don't mean it to be funny.
Yeah.
Like, Alexander Usyk when he's like, "I'm very feel." Like they just come out with really funny things.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, it's funny as hell. But I mean, credit to them for trying to speak English,
I mean, I couldn't speak another language at all.
No, I mean, I don't, man.
Yeah, I mean, credit to, like, you see some people speak 3-4 languages, and you're like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can barely speak English.
I was going to say that as well. Before we wrap up, is there anything you want to say before we finish this episode?
No, I just want to say, obviously, a good luck to the fighters and everything, and let's hope it's a great event.
Yeah, I agree, because I think it is going to be a good event. I think it's going to succeed or exceed. Oh, I can't remember the word, but should have went to. But it's going to exceed everyone's expectations.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good event. I think there's a lot of entertaining fights, and Ginty needs to prove me wrong.
Yeah, Ginty, prove him wrong, and Ashley Roxu, prove him wrong too.
Yeah, prove me wrong. Come on, that.
They'll be coming back for an interview. They'll be like, "You said I wouldn't win."
Yeah, oh god, I'll eat me words. If they win, I'll eat me words. I'm sorry, guys, but I just can't see them.
And Luis Pineda, if you're watching, we would love to have you on.
100%, we would be honoured.
Yeah, we will worship you for the full 35-40 minutes.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Just 30 minutes of just sucking up to
him. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, because when he was fighting Ginty, no, B Dave, I'm getting so yeah. When it's just because when you start speaking a lot and then you start getting confused.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, when Luis Pineda was fighting B Dave, when he started going off, I was running about my living room and I was like to my girlfriend, I'm gonna print a photo of Luis Pineda and worship it every day. Because that's what needs to be done.
He deserves it, man. He's earned it.
Yeah, 100%. But thank you as well, guys, for all the support, all the comments. We do both appreciate it. And congratulations once again on hitting 100 subs.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, let's get Mikey to 600. Come on, we're still pushing.
Come on, let's get there.
Yeah, there you go. Cool.
But thank you. And thank you for watching, guys. And we will see you on episode 4.
Yeah, vamos!
Vamos! Vamos!